Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where I keep you guys up to date with everything Pokemon Trading Card Game related, whether you're a player, a collector, investor. I bring you the info, the news, the cards that go up, the cards that go down so that you stay up to date. I'm going to give you guys 5 cards that have changed the most out of all Pokemon cards, more than 10,000, close to 15,000 Pokemon cards that I'm keeping track of. So we're going to get into that. But before we get into that, I want to give you guys some news. There's some awesome stuff been happening. As you guys may know, Pokemon 2024 Worlds have kicked off in Hawaii. I got myself a coin, which I told you guys about it. If you get a purchase of $50 or more in the Pokemon Center website, you can get a free coin. And if you don't get that free coin, you can also enter the promo code. But check out the last video for that. But in honor of 2024 Worlds, there are 2 different sets of news I want to cover. First is that PTCG, so the online version of the Pokemon Trading Card Game, has announced that you can receive a special illustration rare, Petulant EX Illustrator Rare, by using the code word Outburst Worlds. So check that out if you guys play the Pokemon Trading Card Game online. Check it out so you get yourself a free illustration rare. And also another set of news that was revealed in Worlds in Hawaii is that there's going to be a new game that Pokemon is releasing. Now this is a bit confusing for me because we have already the Pokemon online game, right? That you can play the card game online. But this one is called Pokémon TCG Pocket, which it has expansions of art. It has 2 really cool cards that I wished would have made it to the TCG game. Like there's a Pikachu and there's Articuno, I believe. I'm gonna upload the pictures here. But these are digital cards only. And like I was saying, I'm kind of confused about this because I'm not sure how this will be different from the online trading card game that they have now. But from what I'm reading, this is a way for Pokemon to try to stay competitive with games like Marble Snap, games like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So 2 sets of news that I want you guys to know about, courtesy of the Worlds, 2024 Worlds happening in Hawaii. So I want you guys to take advantage of this. All right, so now we're going to cover 5 cards that have moved the most throughout the marketplace, and stay tuned to the very end. The number 1 card that has moved the most gained over $25 in the last 24 hours. So that's amazing. But number 5 is Latias and Latios GX Alt Art Tag Team. I love collecting tag teams. I love this era, Sun and Moon era as well. I believe it's a more collectible era, but I have one of this as a slab PSA 10. And this card is the most expensive card from the Sun and Moon era, beating Shiny Charizard GX from Hidden Fates not too long ago. But this card has gained $11 in the last 24 hours. So it went from $847. It's insane that this card is worth this much. Like a year or 2 ago, it wouldn't have been this much. But this card has increased from $847 to $858, gain $11 officially in market price, as you guys can see here from the market price history to the market price now, right? So I think this card is only going to increase more. It's an alt art from an era where there were less alt arts, less cards being collected, graded. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. Coming in at number 4 is another modern card, Glaceon VMAX. I have this card as well, but this one is heading for grading for me, my copy. But this card has dropped, which I feel like a lot of these VMAX alt arts have been dropping lately. But this one dropped $5, not a big drop, from $280 to $275. I feel like these are still finding their place because they were kind of overpriced, in my opinion, especially Giratina. But awesome card nonetheless, and I think in the long distant future, I think this card will do well. So coming in at number 4 is Glaceon VMAX. Coming in at number 3 is Erika's Venusaur. First edition, awesome card. I like these vintage cards. So now we're in the vintage era. We had 2. The first 2 were modern, now we're in vintage. This card went from $179 to $192, giving it a $13 increase. So if you look at the market price history, we see it at $179. If you look at market price now, it's at $192. So that's where I get the $13 increase. Awesome card. I hope it increases even more. I feel like people are looking back and like, really? First edition, holo, Venusaur is this price when there's modern cards that are way more. So I think it's just justified. The next, number 2. So this is the card that has moved, the second card that has moved the most in the last 24 hours. And this is more like an honorable mention because it really only increased $6 in market price. It went from $84 to $90. But the reason I added this and as number 2 is because if you look at the last sold listing is at $120. So if you go from $84 to $120, it is potentially has gone up $26. And this is the regular version. I know there's a reverse version of this, but that one doesn't have a market price. So I'm going based off the regular. I believe it's a non-holo version of this card. Coming in at number 1 is Ninetales Shadowless base set. Not the first edition, just the limited version. But then the reason is because first edition doesn't really have a market price. It's all over the place. But the unlimited version went from $55 to $72, giving it an official market price increase of $22. So I thought this was really cool. And the graph hasn't been updated, but you can see in the market price history, it says 55. You can see in the market price, official market price is 72. All right, fams, now you can know the 5 cards that have changed the most in price in the last 24 hours. Now, there are other cards that didn't make it here because I don't want to make this too long of a video, but I will be posting, and as I usually do, on my Discord. But Giratina Level X went up $7.40. Palkia from Majestic Dawn went up $4.90, so $5 pretty much. Prime Catcher from Temporal Forces. This is a really playable card. This is going up because of playability, right? Going up $5. Charizard EX Jumbo Card. This was interesting. Jumbo Card, this was going down $4. So the market is like, you know what? This Jumbo Card shouldn't be priced that high. All right, so a couple of more last minute updates there. Press the like button, subscribe, and it's the weekend now, so I think I'm going to be taking a break, and I'll be back on Monday. All right, fams, thank you guys for watching. Later.